Hi, this is Brother Larry, author of a new book, Spiritual Identity. I come from a Jewish background. I consider myself a Jewish Christian. Many people ask, what does that mean, being Jewish and being a Christian? Is it possible that you can be both of those? Well, my answer is yes. I'm Jewish by background. I was born into a Jewish family in Overbrook Park, Philadelphia. I had an identical twin brother named David. Both of us grew up together, very close. Neither of us were really interested in Christianity growing up. It wasn't something we thought about. Like most Jews, we celebrated the high holidays. Our family would have been considered Reform Judaism. We went to Hebrew school when we were younger. Many people ask whether we were bar mitzvahed. The answer to that is no. My grandmother was ill during that time, and when she passed away, we canceled our bar mitzvah, but it was something we were interested in, something we were seeking. I considered myself a believer in God. I considered myself open to God. My philosophy was be the best person you can be. And honestly, my ambition, I'd say up through my teen years, was to be a multimillionaire. I was very ambitious to do well for myself. I did well in school, pretty much a straight A student. I went to college for a year, dropped out, started my own disc jockey business. This was the early 1980s when disco was very popular. And I ended up a traveling salesman selling photographs on the road in department stores, food stores. Met all kinds of people, of course religious people included. I was very open, interested to learn more about those kind of things. I met a couple when I was in Reading, Pennsylvania that challenged my faith. They asked what my background was. When I told them I was Jewish, they said, what do you believe? And I said, I just believe in God. I'm the best person I know how to be. They said, from our understanding of the Old Testament, it seems like Israel is waiting for the Messiah to come. And I told them, I said, and you're going to tell me that you think Jesus is the Messiah. And I kind of laughed. I said, you know, I've been on the streets for a while. I'm used to meeting people of different faiths and Christians and stuff like that. You Christians believe that, but we as Jews don't believe that. And I remember him pointing his finger as he left. He said, Larry, I challenge you to pray to your God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and just ask him whether Jesus is the Messiah, the Jewish Messiah. What do you have to lose? And that night, I was at the motel room. I was sipping on a beer. I was looking at a girl, and I was wondering, should I make a move? But instead, I left my beer, left the girl, went back to my room, and I was restless. I decided I'm going to pray and take this guy's challenge. And I prayed to God. I said, God, I'm a Jew. I don't believe in Jesus. But if he is alive, like these Gentiles are saying, I pray he would come and reveal himself to me. And that night, God did that. The next morning, I was in the shower. I realized God had come to me and answered to those prayers. I went out and there were symbols scratched on my mirror. The symbol of the Alpha and the Omega, which I read in the New Testament, is God's calling card when he enters a place. So I basically started reading the New Testament. I was enamored with Jesus Christ. I read the New Testament the way a young person would read a comic book. To me, Jesus was becoming a superhero to me. The things he did, the things he said, he actually lived for the people. And he said he was going to die on a cross for the sins of the people. I believed that. I believed at that time in 1982 that Jesus died for my sins. If I was the last, if I was the only person in the world, Jesus would have died for my sins on that rugged, cruel cross that the Romans nailed him to. And also the Jews said, let his blood be on us and on our children forever. So in that sense, I'm still Jewish. I still follow the culture of the day. I still believe that being Jewish is being part of God's chosen people. But I've come to know Jesus as my Messiah. I put my faith in him in 1982. And I won't tell you right now why I became Brother Larry and what that means. It doesn't mean I'm a monk or anything like that. But in future tapes I'll share with you what God's done in my life and how this book came about. Thank you.